All right, it's 3:30. Welcome to our small but select group. Appreciate you guys being here, and hopefully some more of you catch the recording afterwards. We've got a special USET board member, newly appointed guest today. Jason Snow. Jason is from our sister service center, News, Northern Utah Educational Services. And if I'll turn it over to him and he can give a little background introduction and then get going with Seesaw.
All right. Well, I was asked to do this. Seesaw came to me the first time from parents that I know that absolutely loved this idea because teachers were sharing the kids' work with them real time. So working moms got to see their kids' work that day, and it was an excitement. And so what have you guys heard of Seesaw, and what do you want to know? Since it's a small group, we can just go through real quick.
I haven't heard anything. I want to know everything.
Okay. What grades? What grades?
I'm junior high and high school.
Okay.
Same thing for me. I've never heard of it. And I teach a 7th grade class, and I'm at both high schools in Kane County.
Okay.
I've heard this much about it. I was first kind of exposed to it back when it was an iPad only app, but it was a way for students to kind of capture their work and annotate it. And then, like you said, like a digital portfolio that's easily shared with family. And
yeah, well, it's a very simple platform. It is a free platform. There is a premium version, of course, but the free version works really well. I'll grab the screen here and we kind of go through. Let's see.
Coming through loud and clear. Yep, good.
This is the website Seesaw. It's webseesaw.me, and it is you can get students on from this site. They can just log in as a student. You can also log in as a teacher. Right here where it says sign up for free. If you click on it, it'll ask you, are you a teacher? Are you a student? Or are you a family member? So Seesaw really does allow students the ability to bring their families into it, and you can do that also. It's very simple. Very much like Google Classroom, but I think a little simpler and a little more text-based. It doesn't have a grading assessment type tied to it, but it works really good, as Clint was saying, on the iPads. That's where it really, iPads and iPhones and tablets, but it does work on Chrome, and so it's really a simple, cheap way, because it's free, to get stuff out to kids and back and forth. All right, so if you log on, and I'll just go to my little account here, and this one's I've done through Park City. And one of the problems that I have with Seesaw is I can't just jump back and forth. But this is what Seesaw looks like. This is the interface. As a teacher, what's really nice is you see here you can create a class. If you want to create a smaller group class, you can. You just click on it and it says create a new class. You can type in, this is our Tech Tuesday class. And we said 7th grade. You can also import a class from Google Classroom. They work well together. So if you had a class, you can do that. And I've just created a class. So I'm go on. So I'm a teacher. Whoops.
Let's see. So we're going to be able to join your class?
I can, yeah.
All right.
But I just, let's see.
You don't have your caps on, do you?
No, let me go back here. Oh, because it's, login. Okay, don't you love technology here?
It's to us all.
I thought I was the only one that had that problem.
Oh, it's through my Google. I'm sorry. There we go. Yeah, there's all my Googles.
It's nothing.
We're talking about earlier. All right. Well, we'll just. I don't know why it kicked me out of my Park City one.
You just signed in with your Google. I
I
don't know.
did this morning and it worked. Okay. So we'll create a new class. Oops. 7th grade. Check mark. Okay. All right. So here's what the basic interface looks like. There are a few things you want to look at when you click on your name. There's a little account settings, share Seesaw, contact Seesaw. So doing that kind of stuff. Whoops. Also over here, there's a little wrench. These are your settings. You can see that you can change your class name still right here. You can also change the grade level if you want. You can add multiple teachers to a class. So if you have a teacher that you co-teach with, you can do that. You can also change the theme. We'll go change the color there. You can choose a class icon. If you're doing a, let's say, science class, you could choose that. Let's see. Students sign-in mode, whether you give them a shared class code, you can give them a QR code or just a code to come into the class. You can send it out to devices, or you can go with an email or Google, and we'll do that one. Okay. Let's see. You can choose whether students can see their own work or see others' work. New items that teachers have to approve first, and both 7th grade teachers, you know, that's probably really important to have on. You don't want them sending stuff that you haven't looked at. Not that they're not little angels. Enable sample student, that's really nice because you can kind of see what you're doing. Another thing is manage folders. You can create folders really quick. You could create one and call it math. Or let's see, since we're doing 7th grade, we could do period 1. You could do science fair. You could do all sorts of different folders. And then those students would have access to those folders. So we'll just make a folder. We'll call it period 1. All right. And you can assign things on their schedule, or you can assign them into folders. It's totally up to you. Skills is a paid, kind of links it to the state standards, but that's part of the paid one. I'm not sure what you're doing. I did with Park City and they paid for it all. Maybe they didn't. That's why it got turned off, but we'll find out. And you can play with that, but you go through the settings and kind of set up what you're doing. So here we have this class and we want to put students into it. So right down here where it says add students, let's see, email address, yes. Okay.
That's the code. Huh?
There's the code.
Oh, give me a QR code if you have it. Oh, never mind. I'll type it in. It's fine. Let's
It
see,
used to
Z.
give both. I can't. They have made some changes in it.
Yeah, the app said, do you have a QR code? So I just LFEK. LFEK. Go.
All right.
Sign in with Google.
Okay, and it gives you the ability to app seesaw.me, choose I'm a student, and so I can copy that, and then I can put that in the notes. Okay,
I think I'm in.
so that's in there, your notes there. And you can go ahead and join in the class as we go on. So the really nice thing about Seesaw is you can get, what's that?
I'm in. Tech Tuesday.
All right. Uh, you can start adding right away. And it's very visual. When we add assignments, come up here to this big green button, add. It's right in front of your face. You can assign an activity. Now, like you've heard about Canvas Commons, or you might have heard about the Nearpod library, the Seesaw library is excellent. Thousands of teachers have put in incredible stuff in there, depending on what your grade level is. So if we go to 7th grade, we can look at all subjects, clear filters. Oh, my library, I'm sorry, community library here. I don't have anything in my library yet. Sorry, I'm being attacked by a puppy outside the door. Let's see, so here's a library of all different types of assignments that you might want to assign. We'll just pick on, we're going on a grammar hunt. And here you can see the assignment where this is what the students would see. It tells them step by step what to do. Teachers can add a video. They can also add audio to the text. You can see here there's links of what they're going to do. These symbols, it tells them to take a picture. You can also add pictures. The T is for text box. The microphone is for leaving an audio response. And that's the real thing that people love about this, is because kids can give audio responses. They can do short little videos answering questions answering questions. Depending on your assignment, though, you can have a very technical assignment. Also, the annotation parts on that. So you want to assign it, you'd simply say assign. I'm going to assign it to Tech Tuesday. I'm going to put it, I can put it in a folder if I want it. I can add students, or I can add skills, which again are the standards. And then I say, yeah, I'm just going to add that to class, and it's assigned. So as a first-time user, you can come up with assignments and use this pre-made assignments. You don't have to create anything, really simply, really fast, and really easy. That's why it's loved by teachers, because it really is as easy for the kids as it is for the students. All right, we click back to class, and now you can see in the class here that assignment has been added. Now, you can create your own assignments, and there's lots of ways to do it, and you can make very interactive assignments to it. And again, you just hit add, assign activity, and this time you want to create a new activity, and this is the basic template that you're going to use. Now, so we're going to put in, is it dead or alive? And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to add a template that I stole earlier. And I can drag and drop it. It was a screenshot, so it's on my desktop. There it is. And so I'm going to open it. And I've added it. Okay, so it's a living or non-living, and I just wanted to show you this because these are the tools that your students have on their assignments. Over here, we have a text box assignment where I can create a text box, which I can move. Whoops. I can make any size I want. I can move it anywhere on the page, and I can type. So if you've used Cami or something like that, it works very much like that, where they can put a text box, they can move that around and put it anywhere on the page. Over here is a color sliding bar. They can change the color of the text to any color they want. Of course, kids love that. And they can also leave a recording. This is the microphone. Start recording. This is how you leave a recording. You hit stop. This is how you leave a recording, right? Okay. They can take a picture. They can take a video. They can bring in a photo. They can upload it from their computer. The nice thing is the pictures on here. If I upload a picture.
I think you're still recording.
Yeah. I can bring that picture of Brighton that you liked, and I can move it anywhere on the screen. So you can see how they really, really love this because it easily resize it, move it around. They can bring in pictures, take pictures of their assignments they're doing. They can put on text. There's different backgrounds and shapes. The shape tool is really nice. You can use it to draw lines. And again, you can change the color. You can rotate it. Okay. They can also add links and add background to it, so they can change the background color. Down here is the tools the students will use most, the little hand. They can click on it. That will help them move stuff around wherever they want it for their assignment. There's the drawing tool where they can actually draw. And if they're on the iPad, that's just drawing with their fingers or a stylus. Again, they can change the color of what they're drawing. There's a pen tool. There's a highlighter where they can highlight text that's already there. There's the magic pen tool. It does, ooh, they'll spend a lot of time on that one. There's an eraser. And there's a pointer tool. So this basic annotation is how they could do assignments. So they could put color the pictures, circle the right that does not belong in the group. So let's see, let's go to our pen tool. Which one doesn't belong?
Yeah, I don't think he belongs.
The helicopter.
Yeah.
And up here there's a done button. So when they're done and they want it to hit submit, they simply hit done or submit, and it is done. Now, in the premium version, you'll see down here this add a page. You can add more pages, but you have to be paid on the paid version. So this is one of the limitations. You can, if you have all your stuff on Google Slides, in Google Slides itself, I just wanted to show you this option. Whoops. I love how the toolbar gets in the way. All right. If you have a picture, this is Canvas Assignments Annotation Tool, but if you have a picture, you can do a file download and download as a JPEG. So any background, anything you have that comes into Seesaw, you want it to be a picture format. So JPEG, PNG, screenshot. It does not work with PDFs. There's a tricky way to do it, but there is. Now, if we go back to Seesaw, when I bring in a background like this, living or non-living, anything that I create on Google Slides or I draw it, that is the background. It's not movable. And but the nice thing is when I bring something in like this picture, it's on a higher level. So as the students put this on, they can move stuff. So you can make a worksheet where you have a word wall, and you can go ahead and use these text box for the word wall, and the kids will be able to move them around. Let me go to the hand selection. They will be able to move those into whatever category they go into. So you have the ability to make some incredibly visually and interactive type worksheets with stuff that you have already done. Let's finish with this one. Done. Okay. And so there's the activity, and if I hit save, then that shows up in my library, and then I can assign it to Tech Tuesday. And you can assign to a different amount of students, groups of students. So you can pick Tech Tuesday, and it has 2 students in it, and you can click on those students. Let's see. Okay. I was in a create folder, sorry. All right, so I'm going to assign that to the class. And now it's been assigned. I go back to class, and here's that new assignment. So it's really easy to push out assignments. The kids can write on it, draw it. If you don't put a template on it, what it does is it gives those tools right to the kid. So it asks the kid, do you want to answer by drawing something? Do you want to answer something by text? Do you want to answer something by making a video or recording? It just gives them the tools to answer it. So if there's no template they have to follow, if you're just asking them to, do it, they can choose and have that kind of choice on how they want to respond to it. What's really nice is once the kids have done the assignments, then what you can do is click on one button on the assignment, and you can see all the students' responses to it. There is a way in your inbox to make announcements. So if I want to make an announcement, I want to send you guys an announcement. I'm going to send it to all of you right now. Hope you're having fun. And I'm going to add an attachment, and I'm going to add a video, and I can record right here. I hope you guys are having a great time and enjoying Seesaw. Then I hit done, and I can preview it. I hope you guys are having a great time and enjoying Seesaw. And then upload it. And then when I send it to you, now I've sent an announcement to everybody in the class. So it really is as simple as it looks. However, there's weeds. There's a lot you can do with this. There's a lot you can use it in your classroom, the way you use it in the classroom, the way the kids use it, really does make it a powerful tool to get information out to students. Family announcements, same thing. You can add family right here if you have a list of emails of your students.
How do you add family members? Do you the same way send out a code, or
Yeah,
add it manually?
And honestly, this is the perfect thing to send before school starts, and you can have a little introduction to your students, and as families join, you can respond to them individually. So it's not a kind of a machine response, welcome to my class. It's, hey, I'm excited to have Billy and can't wait. Here's what they need the first day, and we'll get going. And so as you can see here, you just simply type in the mobile phone number or email of the parents. You can print invites and send them out with school information if they're sending out a welcome letter, which is common in some districts. You can add multiple family members. So I could add, multiple people that are in charge of Clint. that are responsible. But as you can see, it really is this easy.
That's nice.
And it's something that is great. I know Park City has set it up with their Clever account, so it's just there.
Nice.
The paid thing is for students to log in and teachers use it. It can be used throughout all different grade levels. There's lots of great resources out there. Then you can play around with it. Those little, and they used to have a little link. Let's see, I don't want to. They used to have a little link to show you when you're doing an assignment. I'll have to find it. But if you do colon, like photo colon, it puts the little photo icon up. So for instructions, it makes it easier. They've moved that since I was here last time. So funny. Their journal is kind of like, the students' journal is kind of like everything they've done, all their assignments, all their folders, everything that's there. The activities are actually the assignments. There is a contact because going back and forth with feedback, sending messages to students. Right here where it says notifications, once a student has turned something in, that's where you'll see that, hey, you have something to do. Let's see how Clint did today.
I didn't do anything on it.
What's that?
I didn't know what to do, so I hit done and it turned it in.
That's right. So I turned it in. So I'm looking his assignment, and I can then, as a teacher, I approve it. Thanks for doing that, Clint. So now it's been basically approved. You could also make comments on it, send it back to the student. Great first try. Can't wait to see your final product, or come talk to me. And like I said, skills is a for premium members. It basically just links to the state core standards, so you can have some mastery thing. Like I said, the difference between this and Google Classroom is it does not have that gradebook component. It's simply for getting assignments out and letting kids go back and forth. They can do this in the classroom with the iPads and with things, turning in assignments, doing things together. It's just a real simple way for doing information. So that, in a nutshell, is the Seesaw. And as you see, you could play with it. You can just sign up, you get your own account and start playing around with activities, and you can give the students the codes and they can get on and start doing it together, and then bring family in. Because like I said, I first heard about it because friends of mine just love the fact that they were getting real-time feedback of what their kids were doing that day.
Right. Well, it opens up that audience, even though it's just a tiny bit, Yeah. That makes the work more authentic, and, encourages them to do better work if they know that mom and dad are going to see it instantly besides their teacher.
And the kids love recording themselves. So, and it is safe. It's within it's within a protective bubble. The only people can get in have to have the code. So you have control of that. And by turning on that, approval first, you get to see anything that might go on. So if something is inappropriate, the other students won't see it. You can stop it and deal with that situation. Speaking like a true teacher, right?
Yeah.
You'll have that very important conversation out in the hallway. Any questions?
That's awesome. I'm surprised they can give this away for free, but I'm sure they're making money somewhere.
Well, they give it away for free because teachers love it so much. They want the paid version real quickly.
Yeah.
And
that's great.
Any idea how expensive the paid version is?
I don't, because I'm using Park City, or I was using Park Cities. But I'm not sure. The restrictions are on the skills and also the number of co-teachers you can use.
Contact us
There's a
for a
set
quote.
limit on the free version.
Yeah, so it's just, oh, here we go, plans.
Sounds like you could use the free version for a pretty long time.
There should be no limit. No, it's not like a,
Month or year. $120 a year, or $12.99 a month. Or you get your district to buy it with all this, stimulus money that we're going to be getting.
yeah. And I have to admit, the first time I saw Canvas came out with their new Canvas homeroom, which is their solution, how they didn't get sued for ripping off Seesaw and Google Classroom, because it looks like the two had a baby.
Yeah, that's true.
It looks like they went to these two programs and said, this is how it needs to be done.
Yeah,
Because,
and that'll be nice when that comes out for.
Yeah, I just got
next
it
year.
hooked up today.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Simple
All
email
right.
to your CSM.
Excellent. Well, it's 4:01. We got to let Julie go to her doctor's appointment. Kathleen, any other questions or on anything else?
Thank
We're
you.
just
so
excited to
much.
get back to spring break.
Too. So you said this is, there's something like this with Canvas?
There will
It's
be.
coming.
Oh,
It's
there will
coming.
be.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, they learned their lesson, and it has to be as simple as Seesaw, and it is.
Okay.
Yeah. And it'll be nice. It's something where they're just rolling out a beta, and we'll be training everybody over the summer, I'm sure.
All right. Appreciate that. Thank you. It was very interesting.
Thanks, Kathleen. And thanks, Jason. We appreciate you.
No problem.
All right. Everybody have a good Tuesday.
Take care.